Good morning, Sunnies. Oh, we're going to have such a great show today. I'm so excited to be live in the studio with the queen, the digital athlete herself, Meredith Masony. Good morning.
Oh, Davey, stop.
I know. You can pay me later.
It's too much. It is Tuesday, which means it's still not Friday.
Okay.
It's slightly less offensive than Monday, but I'm still not happy about being here.
Almost the weekend,
It's
right?
almost the weekend,
Yeah.
Davey.
But wait, I want to know how all the Sunnies are out there. Thank you guys so much for supporting our show. We love seeing where the Sunnies are. Every day after the shows, we all rally together as a team, and we go through the comments, and we see where everybody is shouting out. So yeah, shout out your city out there. We want to see where your sunshine is coming through. And Meredith is going to tell you a little bit about our friends at the lab.
That's right, guys. The lab is where your next big project starts. Right here in the heart of downtown, it's where innovation meets imagination. It's a full-service digital studio turning ideas into impact. Light, sound, magic, and your next big thing, that's what she said. It's all under one roof.
It's the lab where your story starts.
All right, guys, don't forget to text the word Sunny, S-U-N-N-Y, to 904-227-4422 so that you can stay connected to all things on the Sunny Network, as well as those fantastic and fun giveaways that are not just for our local audience, but for anybody who texts in.
True story. I'm really excited about this one, too, from Spice and Tea Exchange.
Yep.
Hey, don't forget to follow us on the socials. We got Instagram at sunnyst.johns, the face pages, which is all one word, Sunny St. John's, and the TikTok at sunny.st.johns.
That's right.
So,
well,
neck of the woods, boo, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. I'm good.
Day yesterday?
It was a long day yesterday. We came back and did the afternoon show in the evening, which is interesting.
What a
because
joy.
we have to go. I have to go to bed now
Yeah.
at like 9:30 because Davey makes me wake up so early.
Well, don't you just love arguments with your spouse in the morning? Like, is it a different energy of argument?
So this is what I'll tell you that happened today, and I was so proud of my husband. So he has ADD to the umpteenth extent, and
just
so
put his business on the street.
everybody knows.
Address Front Street.
And so one of the things that he struggles with is I fold the laundry and then he puts it on this bench and there's just stacks of it, piles of it, and they never move. He just takes what he wants out of it, and I'll always say, like, hey, can you put these away? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll get to it. It's on the list. But the stacks, years. The stacks just remain and live. This morning, he got up and he put all of his laundry away. And I was like, what happened in here? And he's like, well, I was going to just put away my underwear. And then I realized, well, maybe I'll just put away the socks. And then he was like, and then I was like, I'll just put away the shorts I'm not wearing. And then all of it was gone. And I was like, oh, is that how that works?
Look, you inspired this.
And so I was so proud
Look what
of him.
you can do in the morning.
And I was like, way to go. I love you. Thank you so much
Can
for
he go
doing
teach
that.
my husband?
Yeah,
that
well, then
trick,
the
that
best part
magic
was
trick?
one of my shirts somehow was in his pile.
Oh.
And he turns and he looks at me and he's like, could you put your clothes away?
That's it. I love it.
So there's that.
Well, I had a very productive day yesterday. I've got a lot of administrative stuff done, but I also helped us launch the Sunnies list yesterday.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
going to be great.
it's going to give a lot of local businesses a really good opportunity to be a part of the Sunny Network.
Yeah.
And so I've been emailing people and getting them excited. But yeah, they've got a really cool opportunity with Sunny's List, giving our Sunnies out there a little special incentive, a little discount on services or products. It's really cool. My mom went to Panache, big supporter of the show yesterday, and stocked up before she's leaving town on all the Aveda products. 15% off if you say Sunny sent me, right? That is amazing. So yeah, Sunnies out there, reach out if you want to know the latest and exclusive deals. We're going to put that Sunnies list together. And local businesses, reach out at Davey at sunnystjohns.com, and I'll get you signed up and get you on that list, and we can get some locals and some out-of-towners too, knowing what to do when they get into town.
Well,
so,
like even that at About Face,
Yeah.
the new tinted moisturizer that I have that's a sunscreen.
you have to get this, you
You
guys.
can get it online. It doesn't matter if you live here, and you're going to get 15% off.
Yeah,
I'm
the
getting
code
it
word
today
is
on the way
Sunny.
home.
Yes.
Yeah, so you should share that link in the comments.
Fabulous.
Because
you're going to have to talk a lot
everybody
more.
has been commenting about my tinted sunscreen.
I'm wearing it
Fantastic.
too. It's smooth operator
Can we
over
zoom
here.
in on their faces and get their
Baby.
Love
skin
it.
real
Yeah.
Baby
close up?
tiny.
Loving all of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll find that
Beautiful.
link while we keep talking. But did you hear that the Sing Out Loud Festival is looking for local artists? So if you ever serenaded that champ, thank you for that close-up. Yes, look at those
Yes.
doors. Gorgeous.
Okay.
Yes, that collagen.
Okay.
So if you've ever serenaded your shampoo bottle with Adele level emotion, this is your moment.
Yes, because nothing says I'm ready for fame like scarring your cat with your rendition of Rolling in the Deep. But over 100 acts will be featured, and it's free for the audience. Your dream, your stage, your unpaid exposure.
Plus, it's backed by PNC Bank, so while you're belting your heart out, you can thank corporate America for funding your indie breakthrough.
Yeah, I feel like this is something I should probably do, Davey.
It's amazing. Yes, well, let's see if Davey can hustle us some tickets. Huh?
Yeah, but I should be singing for sure.
Yeah, flat and off key for me. I don't know if I'll be your backup, but I'm definitely out there for you.
I'll sing later if you guys want. Also in today's episode, boats that ghost their owners, DNA tests that unlock sisters, not Spotify playlists, and a husband who learned the hard way that just friends is rarely just friends. Ouch, that one hurt.
Spoiler alert, he's not singing out loud. He's crying in his Honda. Oh, it's
Yeah.
probably a Pilot. Ugh.
Okay,
I can't.
You know, Dave drove a Pilot for
I
years.
can't, dude. I can't. The
True.
worst. You guys are the worst drivers. I'm saying it right here.
No, ladies, you're
I'm
both
saying
pretty.
It right now.
Calm
I
down, you're
can't
both pretty.
with all y'all. I know. Heather's in comments. She drives one. I can't. My blood pressure, people. Oh, grab your espresso.
Grab
and
your,
emotional.
grab your espresso and get out of Davey's way because it's about to get sunny.
Right. So here's a word from our title sponsor. We love them, the Bailey Group. The Bailey Group. They're
Yep.
ready for anything, too. They're an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. The Bailey Group is here to guide you every step of the way. Under the leadership of my buddy, President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency to a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with the focus of an individual health and life insurance. Look, I'm going to tell you, Mayor, the Bailey Group is the place to be.
Yeah.
If you have any
Sunnies, let's see
questions,
where
they're
you're
amazing.
saving this week.
All right, deals that steal, prices that are unreal. Sunnies, let's find treasures our wallets can't feel. If you're heading over to Aldi's today, they got a bunch of produce on sale. Mangoes, which it is mango season, but be careful. I'm allergic to mangoes, so if I touch them,
you are. I have a friend that does
I get
this
the
too.
rash, I get the canker.
Yeah, this is a thing.
So I have to put the bag over my hand and then pick them up.
This is sad. I love mangoes. This
I don't
really
care about
even
'em.
dried mango, like you're
I
missing
don't touch
out.
them. My
That's-
husband, kids love them.
Yeah, see,
so I'll
that's
buy
why
'em.
you're so agitated. Is
It
you're
is.
missing mango.
No, that's not it. Blackberries are on sale. Pink Lady apples, which are always a favorite at my house. Mini sweet peppers, mini avocados, which you got to watch those cados these days. They're coming in and they're already bad.
Something funky going on.
Yeah, you got to watch that. Emporium cheese, Davey, your best friend,
I love it.
is on sale. We've also got frozen treats, the Sunday Shop swirl cones. Those are super yum. And Barks frozen root beer floats. Oh, my husband's favorite.
I love a root beer float.
Mm-hmm.
Root beer.
Fresh grass-fed patties, seasoned chicken skewers. And now, where can you take your kids to eat free because you don't want to cook any of that stuff from Aldi's? Well, Sunnies, here's how tiny hands get the biggest deals. Hurricane 210s, kids eat free. Miller's Ale House, but that's the Mandarin location.
Oh, yeah.
Moe's, welcome to Moe's, Southwest Grill. Gators Dockside. Main event, kids under 12 eat free with the purchase of a menu item for adults. Denny's, 4 to 10, kids eat free.
Wow.
Polo Tropical.
Oh, that's a
Kids
favorite.
eat free 12 and younger on Tuesdays at all of them, but we've only got the one in Jacksonville. So if you're up that way, maybe if you're at the, what is it, the Avenues?
The Avenues or the Town Center.
Or the Town Center.
Yeah.
That's going to be close to you. But now it's time for the local music rundown.
All right, strum it, drum it, hum it down. Hey, Booze, we've got the music report to make you proud. Tuesday, May 20th, we got JC Hatfield Duo at the Milltop Tavern at 12. Brett Blackshear at Tradewinds Lounge at 1. We got John Q at the Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Joshua Tennessee Worthy at Fusion 904 Eatery at 5. Reggie Starrett, Tradewinds Lounge at 5. Damon Slaughter, OC White's Restaurant at 5. We got the St. Augustine Songwriters Night at Oasis at 6. This is featuring Amy Hendrickson, the legendary Bob Patterson, David Watt Besley, and Michael Jordan. Not a basketball player, but he probably plays a mean banjo. Smokin' Joe Shower at Ann O'Malley's at 6. Vange Durst, Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill at 6. Zach Haywood, Salt Life Food Shack at 6. Matt Wilson at Cortesi's Bistro at 7.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Hey, guys, we have an extraordinary human being. A great friend of mine is in studio today. We've got Melinda Everson, who is the executive director of Habitat for Humanity, St. Johns County. They do some incredible work, and affordable housing is right in our fingertips. Melinda, welcome to our show.
Good morning. Thank you.
I'm so happy you are here.
I am happy to be here.
So share the good word about Habitat and what it's all about in St. Johns County.
We are super busy trying to build workforce housing. The people that you meet every day at your doctor's office, the grocery store, that's who we're trying to help. People who are working real hard.
Yeah. So what does it do? What does the organization do for our community?
So we build affordable housing, but we do it in partnership with the homeowners. They have to qualify for a mortgage, but they also come out and they help build their house. They come out and hammer the nails and paint and yes,
It's what Meredith says is sweat equity.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've done where we used to live. We had helped out with a couple of Habitat homes, and so
I
literally,
learned how to caulk.
yeah, we showed up and they were like, "Here's your hammer," and I was like, "I shouldn't have this." And so then they realized that quickly and gave me a different job.
Yeah.
But it's great to be out there because you're working with the families and you're going out and it's a great day. I was the painter.
Oh, okay.
Because that I can handle.
Yeah.
Don't give me the hammer.
Smooth strokes, right?
Smooth,
Yeah.
long strokes.
So how
like
does
the
a
Karate Kid.
family qualify for a house for Habitat?
So there's various qualifications. They have to qualify for a USDA mortgage, but if you're not sure, if you're ready or not, come see us because we can work through it. We can also refer you to where they can get you ready.
Awesome.
So you have to qualify for a USDA mortgage, which means a 640 credit score, but you also have to have a need for housing. You can't already own a house or two. You have to also you have to be within a certain income bracket, which is 30 to 120% of the local area median income.
Okay.
And then you have to be willing to do the sweat equity hours, roll up your sleeves and get out there and paint and caulk and whatever it takes.
So Volusia Woods, big project. And I love seeing this community just light up, and it's really cool to meet my new neighbors because I live in that area. So talk about like how that community is coming together and what can we see in the future?
Our board and our staff made a decision a couple of years ago that we really needed to scale up to help the community, to help those who are in need. So we went from 4 to 6 houses a year to 18, and then we're looking at 20 this next year.
Oh my goodness.
And then on up from there, we're going to keep evaluating what we can do, what we have the capacity. So Volusia Woods is a 36-home development, taking us 2 years to get
And they're
that done.
so cool, Mayor. Like
I've driven past it.
yeah,
It's
they're
adorable.
like modern homes.
Yeah, I
they're
really
so
like.
cool.
That's a crazy jump, though.
Yeah.
Percentage-wise, because like my husband says, percentages are real, and I'll believe him on it. But when you say we went from 4 and we're going to 18, like even I can do the math on that, and it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been very busy, but we've had a lot of community support too. And, it's just amazing how people just come out and they want to help one another, and they come out and they do team building exercises, and we have women build, and we're going to do a veterans build. And
Wow.
The community really does want to help one another.
So talk about this event coming up June 2nd. What's in store?
June 2nd is a dedication of 3 different homes. We have 3 different families moving in. One family is a single dad who takes care of his adult disabled son. The other house, the next house down, is a single mom with a couple of kids. She works at a local doctor's office. And then the third house is a young family. They have 2 very small children, and dad works really hard. Mom works really hard too. She also goes to college.
Wow.
And those are the families that we're helping. These are the ones who are, really, they're really vested in this community.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how long does a process take for a family like that to be able to get in the door?
It takes about 6 months.
Okay.
That's super fast.
Right.
It's pretty quick.
Wow. Gosh, I blink 6 months is gone. I mean, obviously not for them going through the process, but that does seem very quick for a build and all of these things.
It also depends on how quickly they get their hours. If they're coming out once a month, it's going to take them longer. But like some of these families that we're talking about, they were out there multiple days during the week. One family in particular, they're facing homelessness come October. They really don't have anywhere else to go. And it's interesting because a lot of our families that we've housed recently were either living with another family member and we do have actually one right now who is homeless.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you stay on track for these 18 homes? That's what's in my head right now. Like, I know that's such a big increase, but like, how do you keep the team focused?
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I have the best team.
Awesome.
I have, they're seasoned veterans and they really care about what we're doing. And so they're happy to work hard and they're happy to help other people. They're
And
very,
it's
very mission focused.
Community relationships too, I'm assuming. Like a lot of your sponsors and partners, like Lorna from the Rain Tree, I have to call her out because didn't she sponsor a house in Volusia Woods, right?
She did. So
That's
did OC
amazing.
White's. Rain Tree and OC White's both
And
sponsored.
you just
a
met
house.
OC White.
I did. I
Yes.
did. I just met them. We've got in the comments, one of our followers says her home was built in 6 months. They were amazed.
I love that.
So that's awesome. That's
Awesome.
amazing. So if a family wants to reach out to get through the process, or if people want to donate to help those families, where do they go?
HabitatStJohns.org.
Okay.
Or they can just pop in our office too. Some people want to do a paper application. Maybe they don't have a computer or maybe they're just not that computer savvy. They can pop into the office and get a paper application.
And where is that office?
We are at 7 Hopkins Street, which is off of Old Dixie Highway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to support us, if you want to donate, you want to volunteer, just go to our website, HabitatStJohns.org.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really quick, on the June 2nd dedication, is that open to the public too? Can the people come out and show the love?
Yes, yes, yes. Please come out and meet the families. Get the feel for what we do. Look at the houses. Come and walk through one of our houses. All 3 will be open. It's at 5 p.m. on June 2nd.
And is that where is the location of that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is off of Josiah Street, which is right off of Volusia,
Perfect. I
right
know.
by the roundabout.
It's
Oh,
so
that's
cool.
the one.
yes.
Yeah, I've driven past it I don't know how many times now. And every time I'm like, those are so cute. I say it every time.
So, I mean, do you have plans for other communities like Volusia Woods eventually? Can you spill the tea a little bit on that?
We do. They're about 2 miles from there. Maybe it's about a mile. Off of Clay Street, we have another neighborhood development that we are working on. We are working on the site plan right now, and that is what we'll roll into right after we finish Volusia Woods. We also own about 8 lots out in Vermont Heights, and then we're looking at another large parcel over by the Salomon Calhoun Center.
Cool.
Right now, we're doing some due diligence to see if that is feasible for us.
Are you working with all different types of architects? Because each community has like a different niche,
Feel.
which I love. Yeah, they're different vibe or different
Yeah.
feel. Are they similar architects you've worked with projects before? What are the vibes of these new communities going to look like?
So Brian McCloskey is a local architect who has been hugely generous to Habitat and other nonprofits in the community. And he's the one who has designed our homes. And we do look at new design, new development for each neighborhood. We don't want it all to be cookie cutter. And I think our next neighborhood development, the one that we're looking the due diligence right now, we're going to have some different options there.
Cool.
So it's not all the same floor plan. They don't all look the same. We want to make it look like a real developed neighborhood.
Melinda, what do you think about container homes? I know that's off script a little bit, but I just always found them fascinating. I've always dreamed of having like a container home, and I thought it was such a modern. Do you think that that's sustainable living? Do you ever guys ever talk about things like that?
I've been kind of amazed by those too. You see things online. I took that to our construction manager, who is a genius, and he didn't think that was all that feasible. And I don't know exactly I don't recall if it was because they're made out of metal and we live in
Right,
Florida.
we're in Florida, probably. Yeah.
But also they're only so many feet wide.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of barriers there, and I don't know if they would even be.
The idea is amazing, though,
They're
right?
pretty cool though, especially when they stack them.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, there's one in the shores that is like that too. It's
Yes.
pretty cool.
I think you might have hit the nail on the head there with is it feasible considering it was 100 degrees yesterday
Yeah,
and it's
right.
May and it's
metal-
May what
metal box.
Might be a
19th,
little
20th.
hot there,
so
yeah.
that's you're just gonna cook. It's an oven now.
Seems like it.
Could you imagine the AC bill inside of?
I
Grief.
couldn't. Yeah.
Good
Hey,
grief.
Melinda, how can people support? Where do they go again to donate or volunteer their time?
HabitatStJohns.org.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
This was
you.
awesome. So
Thanks
much
for
fun.
having me.
We got to support Habitat. They're doing some great
Absolutely.
things for our community. Affordable housing definitely is on the hot topics, and they are definitely helping folks. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great organization. It's a great way to support your neighbors.
Yes.
So, Davey, we have some breaking news.
All right.
Let us know what happened.
All right. So we have this breaking news with the Gowanus State Park story. Sunnies, you turned up the sunshine on this one. I'm so excited to talk about this. Very cool. Gowanna be kidding me. The land swamp that wasn't. This is very, very cool. What is on our sheet, Boo?
So the Upland LLC officially withdrew its land swamp proposal on May 19th, just 2 days before it was set to be reviewed. The proposed swamp
Yes.
targeted 600 acres inside the Guana River Wildlife Management Area, which is protective. It's an ecological sensitive area, and they are officially not pursuing it.
Great job, Sunnies. That's what we did. We signed that petition. We showed them the importance of it. You guys rallied on that. If you signed that petition, pat yourself on the back out there. That's how to rally. I love this community.
This is what's so amazing. The Art Council was reportedly caught off guard by the speed and size of the public response. Thousands of Floridians spoke out, submitted comments, and planned to rally at the meeting. So it was literally cut off at the legs.
Yep.
So amazing.
Hashtag Sunny St. John's, baby.
Well, and
Just
Never
saying.
I don't wait.
This is the
that
rally
just,
for the people.
It was just here. Look, it just was here. It's
It
like
was just here.
it's meant to be.
Where
It's a rally for the people.
did you get that?
Isn't
In
this
his pants.
amazing? Isn't this amazing? Ashim is falling out of her seat right now.
Yeah, she totally is right now.
Ah, yes. Sunny St. John's, baby.
Oh my gosh.
So whenever you say something nasty, I'm just going to shut you down.
Is that me getting shunned?
that is
With
pure
your
gold.
fan?
No, but I'm
Holy.
so proud of us, Gowana. Yes,
Yay.
yes. That was so awesome. This is the people. This is what we've spoken, and they listened, and they took
Well,
that thing
and I
right
think
out there.
what's important to discuss as well is that if this had gone through, it would have really set a very dangerous precedent for
Yeah.
what you can do with our land and the ecological systems that will die as a result of building on that land.
Yeah.
So this was very important. So way to go.
Way
Way to
to go. Love
Way
it.
to go.
Huh. So she's right now saying, "What? I need that checkered flag.
I need that.
Clacker flag.
Clack
yes.
a flag."
Get it.
All right, so coming up next, we have Sing Out Loud or Just Clap Along. Local Legends Wanted. It's the one time we're encouraging you to perform in public without a backup plan, which does not sound like a good idea for me.
Finally, a stage where your shower vocals, slam poetry, and interpretive kazoo solos are welcome. Well, kinda. Sing out loud or just clap along. Local legends are always wanted. The Sing Out Loud Festival is back for the 9th year of music, mayhem, and maybe a tambourine solo to many.
Oh, yes. Applications are open now through June 13th for local musicians, comedians, Davey.
Oh, poets, Meredith.
Poets, okay, and performers to snag a slot in the free local artist showcase happening the first 3 weekends of September. That's my birthday.
Oh, my birthday. Over 100 acts will perform across the venues in St. Johns County leading up to the big Live Wildly showcase on September 20 through the 21st, featuring Hosier, Vance Joy, Father John, Misty, and more. No big deal.
Wow.
No big deal. No
Those
big
are
deal.
huge names.
Yes.
So dust off your guitar, shine up your accordion, or just show up with confidence and apply online today. Come with some jokes.
Love it. And now a word from Maracuya.
Sunny St. John's was practically poured into existence over a cup of community sunshine, and now that sunshine lives at Maracuya.
And they're named after the passion fruit. Maracuya is more than just a name. It's a feeling, a rare, radiant flavor, a story steeped in heritage.
Guys, they don't just make coffee, they create handcrafted works of art located at 260 West King Street.
Maracuya isn't just coffee, it's culture. A slow sip in sunshine, a bold hello to the day. Sunny St. John's is fueled every day by Maracuya. Coming up next, the Mountain Goats. Jenny's back, and she brought feelings because apparently your emotional support playlist needed a sequel.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Just what I needed, another existential crisis wrapped in indie guitar strums. The Mountain Goats, Jenny's back. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thursday, September 18th at the Pontevedra Concert Hall at 7:30.
lovely.
Doors open at 6:30. But this is an indie legend. If you guys have never heard of the Mountain Goats, they're rolling through with a tour that's got more narrative twists than a Netflix miniseries.
Yeah, and they just redid the Pontevedra Concert Hall, so it's pretty
nice.
popping in there. Performing songs from Jenny from the Bees. I don't know.
Beebs?
Yep. The
I don't know.
highly anticipated sequel album centered around Jenny, a fictional fan favorite fugitive with big main character energy in the Sundance Film Festival.
Okay, so tickets dropped last week, so you better check the St. Augustine Amphitheater box office in person or online. Prices start at $62.99, and yes, your therapist is going to approve of this purchase because it's good for your soul.
Yeah, music is amazing. So
Yep.
go for the music, stay for the feelings, bring the tissues, and probably your ex's hoodie. There it is. Jump around, jump around.
We know Addie has a few of those. Just watch the afternoon show. She'll tell you all about
That's true. Spilling the tea. And now it's time to spill the weather report.
it. Rain or drought, despair is about. Behold the cursed weather report. Tuesday, May 20th, copy, paste, repeat. High is still 93, which is a lie. It was totally 100 yesterday. Still sunny, still humid enough to make your glasses fog from inside of your soul. I got in my car yesterday and my glasses immediately fogged up.
Yeah?
The UV index is don't go outside. Pollen levels are please move. Mother Nature is in a passive-aggressive mood. Pollen is basically like your ex who keeps showing up just to talk.
I hate that.
Close the windows, ghost the great outdoors.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the fishing report. Yay! Lines tangled, facts mangled. It's time for Meredith's expert fishing report. Head on over to the Volano Beach Bridge where Davy finds men.
Yes, so hot.
Flounders are lurking, and they're as sneaky as your neighbor borrowing your tools who never returns them. Spinnerbait and those chartreuse skirts that the men wear from under the bridge should do the trick.
Chartreuse.
So why don't fish do well in school, Davy?
I don't know.
Because they're always swimming below sea level.
That means they got a D or an F.
Why did the fisherman bring a ladder to the lake?
I have no idea.
Because he heard the bass were hanging out at a higher level.
That was a cool one.
Sorry.
Definitely.
I had to add some fishing jokes to the report because,
Just to shake it up a little
well,
bit.
everybody knows that I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, you definitely got me going there.
All right. So next we've got Sip Happens, Bronze Age Ventures, Uncork History. What do we got?
All right. So what do we have here? We have, wait, are you telling me ancient Sardinians were the original sommeliers?
Yes, Davy, I absolutely am. New research shows they were domesticating grapes over 3,000 years ago. Take that, Napa Valley.
Ouch! So while you were struggling with the box wine in college, they were perfecting the craft in the Bronze Age.
You know, it wasn't boxed wine for me in college.
It wasn't from, what was it?
Boone's Farm.
Ooh,
Strawberry
Fields.
Yep.
Get
That
out
was
of my
it.
brain.
It was it.
Yep.
That was
Who
it. That was the
it?
moment.
If you were an 80s baby,
Yes.
Right.
you drank your share of some Boone's Farm
Absolutely.
or Zima.
Zima.
With the Jolly Rancher. Did
Which-
you guys put
With
the
a
Jolly
Jolly
With
Rancher
the
in?
well, which is now basically one of those hard things at the, what is it, the high noon?
Oh,
yeah.
like a seltzer?
Yeah.
A hard
it's
seltzer?
With
That
the,
stuff's
it's what the
okay,
children
so
drink.
seltzer to me and like root beer,
Uh-huh.
they taste like Abraham Lincoln looks. Can't explain it. I can't explain it, guys.
That is
but
so
it is.
offensive to the
But it's
makers
true.
of all seltzer.
It's true. So now if you ever
Have-
taste a seltzer, you can be like, this is what Abraham Lincoln looks
Have
like.
you ever licked Abraham Lincoln?
No, but I
Okay.
just feel like that's what,
Chalky.
yeah.
Chalky?
Yeah. In little, you're welcome. Now everybody has that theory. Let's-
Archaeologists discovered that they domesticated grape seeds in Sardinia dating back over 3,000 years ago. This challenges the belief that the Romans introduced viticulture to Italy. Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Evidence indicates a gradual transition from wild to domesticated grapes. Why were they wild? What were they doing?
They were partying.
Were they doing lines of cocaine? Like,
Yeah.
what is a wild grape doing?
They were auditioning to be in Zima.
Oh my gosh. So it basically just gives some props to the cultural and economic significance of wine in ancient societies, which obviously translates to today, which you could go and ask Irving at Bin 39.
True.
I'm sure if we asked him, he would know the difference between a wild and a cultured grape.
Oh, Lord, but it would take him 2 hours to
That's
explain
okay.
it
I
to
think
you.
I'd listen to
He
it.
definitely has the voice of Velvet, yeah.
And it's about why the wine production was integral in Sardinian life, which brought it into the Bronze era. Are you in your Bronze era?
I am in my bronze era.
I feel like that might be the case right now. Yeah.
Oh, so that's really cool. So it opens adventures for further exploration of ancient winemaking techniques and traditions. If they bottle it up, I guarantee you Irving's got it down there at Bin 39.
Yeah, and they make all sorts of things with grapes.
Yeah.
Jams, jellies, preserves.
Antioxidants, very good.
Antioxidants.
Not good for dogs, though. Do not
No,
feed
don't-
grapes to dogs.
Who's
Nope.
gonna?
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
But-
But that's okay. Speaking of your Bronze era,
Oh, yeah. You guys have got to get down to About Face. You've got to order that tinted bronzer, 15% off. Sunny sent you. But yeah, here's a quick word from our friends at About Face.
When your skin needs a refresh,
Or you just want to feel like your most confident self.
About Face Aesthetics is our go-to.
These skin queens on the beauty scene know exactly how to treat you right.
From facials and skincare to injectables and glow-ups, they've got the magic touch.
And they make you feel seen, heard, and radiant from the inside out.
Ready to put your best face forward?
Say hello to About Face. Book your glow up today at aboutface.guru.
All right, folks, grab your tissues and maybe a detective hat because our next story is Sister Act, the long-lost reunion that took 44 years and a private eye. It is straight out of a Hallmark movie, and we're here for it.
Okay, so it's like Nancy Drew finally family edition.
Nice. That's right. Magda Berg, who after a 20-year search and a $1,300 investment in a private detective,
Damn.
finds her two sisters.
That is such. I love these little sweet reports that we find.
Yeah, it's
So
cute.
Magda was adopted as a baby in Poland. Oh my God. Only war.
I got
Uphill both
tissues.
ways. Yeah,
You
me
make
too.
it
I mean,
Nice.
have you seen the documentaries about
it's
these
horrible.
orphanages?
Yeah, all they had was pierogi. Began searching for her birth family at 18 after her adoptive parents died
Oh,
in a
jeez,
car
and-
crash. Good gracious,
This
Magda.
is real happy for the morning.
Well,
this-
she's getting there. She moved to the UK. Here comes the sunny day. She moved to the UK in 2005, continuing her search with limited information, her birth mother's name, the village of her birth, and the convent
convent.
where she was left.
Yeah.
What happened in 2018?
Well, a change in Polish law allowed her to obtain her original birth certificate, revealing her birth mother's maiden name in the hometown. And then, you know, she pays this private eye.
Mm-hmm.
4 months later, he provides name and address of her birth family members.
Oh, cute. Magda discovered she had 3 half-siblings, including 2 sisters,
Beata.
Beata and Daria.
Yeah.
Oh, cha-cha-cha.
Yeah.
Initial contact attempts with her birth mother went unanswered, but Beatia found one of the letters and reached out. Oh.
So the sisters arranged to meet. Magna finally reunited with her birth mother and siblings, describing the connection as immediate, profound, and they shared many similarities. So this does beg a question, though. Would you want unknown family members to reach out and find
I can't.
you? Okay.
There's too many Christmas cards as it is already. What do you want? At this point, what?
At this point,
God.
Davey's 26. At
Yeah.
this point,
I'm
what
so
could you
young.
what could you really want from him?
I'm in my bronze era.
He did.
Apparently that fan, because that's what everybody's
Listen.
wanting in the merch
You
line.
can get this. You can make it yourself.
I gotta be honest. I did the 23andMe.
Yeah.
And every day I get an email from some third, fourth, fifth cousin wanting to connect. And
Oh.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you that company was just saved last night.
Oh, did it?
They some other research company bought it, so all of
yeah.
your information will remain private.
It's definitely not private, BT
I know,
Dubs.
right,
And
right.
there's a murder mystery in your future.
Right.
And that's what I always say. People were like, I don't want to do that because I'm going to get implicated in some crime. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why would they take your DNA out of the 23andMe refrigerator and put it somewhere?
I have nothing to hide. I've lived pure and lifelike.
Okay. Yeah, but the point is, don't reach out for us.
Yeah, please. I don't need another Christmas card.
I don't need another Christmas.
All right, let's see what the Gen Zs have to share. We've got to learn this new word today. What is on the agenda?
Well, today is an easy one. So
Oh.
slay or nay, Sunnies, here's what Gen Z has to say because we're just trying to keep up. This one is pretty easy. I understood it pretty much immediately when I heard my kids say it. The word is bop.
Yes.
It means a catchy song. Example, this song is a total bop.
Bop.
That's why I knew it.
Yeah.
It was the bop.
It was great. We did a reel over the weekend with Bop, and it went good. We did
Yeah,
good. Yeah, thank you,
so-
Ashim.
Yeah, so to me, that was an easy one. There was no like, I don't get it. What does it mean? Like cap? I
Yeah.
never understood.
I don't get that either. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
But bop was like because you bop along, and your head
Yeah.
does the bop.
Right. It's like the bobblehead bop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jamie is saying, because we're talking about, have you ever been reunited?
Yeah.
Being reunited with my amazing stepson, Caden. I raised him from when he was 5 to 9. And when I divorced his father, he took Caden from my life. I cried a lot in those next 9 years. I patiently waited until Kingston was 18 and no longer living under the roof his father, and I found him. He's back in my life, and I have phoned him here
Oh.
twice and flown back to Texas to see him. He even spent Christmas with my entire family.
Oh, I love that story, though.
I'm behind that 100%.
Yeah.
I'm behind that
Oh
100%.
my goodness.
Oh, Jamie, that's a
David,
great story.
Get her a Christmas card.
Yeah,
and a
she's
fan.
on the list.
She's getting a fan too.
She's
For
on the
Christmas.
list. Well, I
Yes.
can't afford that, but
you're
okay.
you're on the nice list, not the naughty list.
amazing. Of course.
All right, and moving on, it's time for the Farmer's Almanac. Why, Sunnies? Because the moon's in bloom, the tide's in tune, and Sunnies, here's your favorite daily dose of the Farmer's Platoon. I'm still shocked that the moon stays out all day. Question of the day: what is the origin of American football, and when was the first game ever played? In case you were wondering, it's an American version of English rugby.
Rugby players are hot.
And it was first played on the college level in 1869 in a 6-4 victory of Rutgers over Princeton.
Yeah, Rutgers.
Okay.
Well, Princeton's hoity-toity.
Advice of the day: strong chamomile tea rubbed over your skin is a natural bug repellent.
Oh,
So, but chamomile is pretty expensive.
it's relaxing.
It's supposed to be,
Oh.
but not if bugs are biting you.
We'll have to ask Spicy if she has chamomile tea down there.
Oh, I'm sure she has chamomile, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Home hint of the day: if the bricks in your chimney are starting to crumble from age, seal the outside with a clear masonry sealer applied with a paintbrush, preventing the brick from absorbing rainwater.
I don't have that kind of time.
I don't have a chimney. Word of the day: lenticular cloud.
What?
They are clouds only seen around mountains. They are strange looking and easy to spot because they look like flying saucers or pancakes. But I don't think they're clouds.
Yeah.
I think they're aliens.
I'm going to high five you on that one. Yeah.
Aliens are real. I had a dream last night that they were zooming people up
Yeah.
off the street, and I was screaming, "Get out of the streets. The aliens are here." And nobody listened, and boom, vaporized.
See, I'm waiting for them to probe me.
Well, that's just because you haven't had a date in a while.
Wait, when are we doing the speed dating at the
I
library?
don't know.
Did we
I
get that
I
set
haven't
up?
gotten a text back on that yet, but
the
if
library's
if
working on it.
we,
Yeah.
yeah, but we do need a Date
Alex.
Davy
Alex,
game
let's do
show.
this.
You people got to pay.
That's fine.
All right, puzzle of the day.
Wait, but haven't you ever been to those events where they like auction people off?
Let's do it.
Like they
No,
auction you off for
you
a
guys, I hate
date or
this.
Okay,
I am
we're-
now starting to sweat.
All of our salaries are 0++.
Yeah,
Right. So
add
we need
another
to make
plus.
like 0++1. So we're auctioning Davy.
I would.
Let us know in the comments what you all would bid on him.
That's
Yeah.
really rude, you guys. You better Venmo me at David_Hartzell.
We'll give you
That's
5%.
really rude. Give me cash. I want cash.
Puzzle of the day. What subject do witches like best? Spelling. All right, who had kicked the bucket today? Christopher Colombo, Explorer 1506. Heard he wasn't really nice. Born was William Fargo. He's a businessman apparently in 1818. Alan
don't know who
Nevins.
William Fargo
I
is?
have Wells
Wells
Fargo,
Fargo.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably related there.
Okay.
And the greatest, the world famous, the one, the only. It's Cher's birthday today.
Yes.
Happy 79th birthday. She is a freaking vampire. Her boyfriend's 35.
Yes.
Incredible lady. I love Cher. She seriously is amazing. So yeah, happy birthday, Boo.
And we do believe in love.
Yes. Do you believe? All right. The Saturday Evening Post published the first cover of a Norman Rockwell painting in 1916.
That's cool.
Charles Lindbergh began the first nonstop solo flight across the Atlantic in 1927. Hey, the first airplane catapulted from a girdle, apparently, 1930. It says something else. I can't read it.
Dirigible?
Dirigible.
I don't know.
Dirigible.
That
And a
doesn't sound right.
680-pound, I beg your pardon, Goliath grouper was caught off of Fernandina Beach in Florida in 1961.
That's not far from here, right?
No, that's just around the river bend.
Yeah.
Up to 20 million honeybees escaped from a tractor trailer after it overturned on a highway in Newark, Delaware, my home turf in 2014.
All
Good
right,
thing I
now
wasn't there.
get to these weather. I don't normally save this many in terms of weather-related
This is
things, but this is
something.
crazy. So read these.
So for the second year in a row, Caudell, Kansas, anybody in Kansas out there, shout out, was hit by a tornado on this date in 1917.
that was for the second time.
Right. And so for the third year in a row, Caudell, Kansas was hit by another tornado on this date in 1918, so the next year. And then a tornado took to the ground in Kansas City, Missouri, which traveled 71 miles in 1957. Look,
mean-
there's no place like home, Dorothy, right?
Oh
Ugh.
my gosh. Could you imagine 3 years in a row on the same day?
I could
you
not
have
imagine.
to just think you're cursed at that point.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
sage.
And leave town on that day.
I would sage and go to church.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you would.
What do you think? Jesus is mad?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit had something to say.
All right.
Of course. Gonna bless your ass.
Okay.
Wow.
Coming up next, lost track of time and boundaries. A husband's tale of his wife's unexpected sleepover at her ex's place has us all raising eyebrows and clutching our pearls.
I mean, who among us hasn't accidentally spent the night at an ex's house after a casual catch-up? Everybody. Everybody out there, I know you have.
Okay.
She
says she lost track of time. Must have been one riveting conversation, or Davey, was it just too hard to get away from?
I think it was too hard.
No pun
This is-
intended.
No, pun totally intended. This is crazy because I feel like when you're married, this may be a completely unpopular opinion, and let's get comments on it because I know people are going to lose their shiitakes when I
Yeah.
say this out loud. But once you're married, I do not understand friends of the opposite sex that you don't share with your spouse. And do you know what I mean by that?
Say
Yes.
it slower. Friends
Absolutely.
of the opposite sex that you don't share with your spouse. Yeah, that is weird.
Okay, because
Like a
here's the thing.
trainer.
Like I golf with my husband.
Yes.
We have golf buddies.
Uh-huh.
They're male. My husband is male, so he has these male friends that he golfs with. It would be weird for me to be like, hey, so-and-so, do you want to grab a beer and talk golf without my husband or your wife? No.
Yeah.
So this kind of happened in the Real Housewives of Beverly
Oh,
Hills.
Jesus, the
Remember when they
Oh.
were friends with Dorit's ex-husband?
Yes.
Right? This was a
Kyle.
big thing.
Yes.
Kyle became friends with Dorit's
But that's
ex-husband.
they were secretly texting each other, and
It-
PK was sending Kyle stuff he shouldn't be. That is dirty.
No.
girl,
no. This is where it
Dorit,
goes
she ain't
crazy,
your
and
friend.
this is what I don't like. Don't be messaging. Don't be not telling your spouse what's going on. And for sure is shh. You do not need to have a friend of the opposite sex that you do not share with a spouse. I get couples
agree.
hang out all the time.
Yeah.
Right? But that's a couple activity. Both parties are there. Once you start going off this side road, that is a path you should not be traveling. I don't agree with it. This woman said she met up with her ex to have a catch-up session and then slept over his house.
Yeah, that's weird, bro.
Bro. Okay, something was bopping and it wasn't the music.
Over time, the meetings became more frequent and extended into late night hangouts. The husband expressed discomfort with the situation, feeling disrespected
Yes.
and gaslit. Ooh, when they
Yes.
say that
Okay,
word.
so here's how it is. All right. So my husband is one of the nicest humans you'll ever meet. I don't know how we're married. We're like good and evil, basically.
Okay.
But he's like laid back and calm. Okay. But he would never go and just hang out with, like, say my girlfriend Jessica. He wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, hey Jessica, let's just go hang out.
Yeah.
Like I would never, like, and I know some of his friends, and he has a nice group of friends, but I'm not just going to be like, hey, you want to go get dinner? Because I think it is like a respect thing, and her husband has a right to be pissed, and maybe take a break.
Do
I
you
couldn't
think-
handle it. I'm not that girl. I'm not that great.
I
No.
don't like it.
Not okay.
Period.
Do you guys have to set this boundary in a marriage, or
I
is
think
this
it's
something?
common sense,
But I mean,
no?
you can't just assume, right? I
Listen,
mean, you know what you're getting married.
If you
into.
can't assume, you shouldn't be married to that person.
True.
Look,
Just saying.
I think communication is key and you talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's not, I just don't understand the point of that. Like I first of all, let's just start with, I don't have many friends. I got my internet friends. There's a few others. It's a short list. Okay. But they're all female or gay.
Great.
Well, let me tell you this. First of all, if she doesn't understand why he's upset, like, okay, she's an issue. Like,
Yeah, that's a
you
big
know
problem.
when you've done wrong. So,
I don't like it.
so
is what I'm
Jamie
saying.
Hodges, Jamie's telling us
I love Jamie.
she needs to hook him up. He needs to hook her up to a lie detector.
yeah.
You know why?
seriously.
Because Maury's going to
She
say that was a lie.
Fell asleep. Oh my God, where Maury is here, guys. He's on set.
Yeah.
It's coming
he's
out.
on set and saying she a liar.
Oh my God. Or
And there's a big difference between friends and an ex as well. They're making that distinction.
you guys, here's another
Right.
thing, and I never thought to do this. Jamie's telling us now, or just ask Siri. The convo was recorded, and it's somewhere in the inner tubes of the web.
That's probably true too,
Yeah,
right?
nanny cam. Yeah.
Nanny
Ooh.
cam. Oh, could
Well,
you
I
imagine?
hope he decided to, like, Move
I
along.
don't
Is
know
there-
if,
is there
if
a
that
ghost back
thread
there? What's happening?
gave more info on it. But what I can tell you is I've been married almost 22 years.
Hard pass.
And I don't think that that's the way to do it. But obviously, everybody is entitled to their own opinion in their own marriage, and you can do as you will. But I don't
Some
like
have
it.
open marriages.
Yeah.
Why
and-
deny your partner the pleasures? What
Okay,
they
well,
told me.
we need to ask. Let's ask Judge Judy. If Judge Judy, if you're
Oh, she would
listening,
know
can
nonsense.
you comment for us, please?
She would think it's total nonsense.
Yeah,
Yes.
she would totally
I
think
know.
it.
I know the judge.
Her
Can't
little
tell
angry
a pig
self.
that it's raining and piss on my leg or something. She's got those funny sayings.
Why is it a
Yeah, she
pig
does.
pissing on your
I
leg?
think it's like you can't teach a pig how to sing because it only annoys the pig. It's that the saying.
Yeah,
And then
she's
don't
got-
tell me
Raining.
it's raining when you're pissing on my leg. Yeah.
If you have a favorite Judge Judy line, please put it in comments at this
that
moment.
woman taught
There's
me
so
how to be a
many.
man.
Okay.
Yes, love her.
Wow.
I owe her a lot.
All right.
I love her.
And
She did.
next.
She taught me how to man up.
Okay, so let's dive into a story that's all about money, but not the kind you're used to. We're talking about towns that have decided to take matters into their own hands by creating their own currencies. I found this odd, but let's dig in.
All right. In 1932, this town in Austria introduced labor certificates to combat the Great Depression's economic challenges.
Yes.
These certificates depreciated by 1% monthly, encouraging rapid circulation and spending. The initiative led to a 25% drop in local unemployment, contrasting with a 19% raise nationally. I tuned out on all of those percentages, just
Okay.
letting you know. Yeah.
So it's a barter system, really.
Oh, you
So
robbed
they're-
Peter to pay Paul?
Well, it's yes, this is a currency, but what is it backed by? Right? Because like our dollars and coins are backed by the bank. Like there's gold and some stuff somewhere, and then you can spend this because it's based on this and it's based on whatever. But
IOUs are just as valuable as
Nope.
currency. Yes,
Nope.
they are.
Nope.
I mean, I got your back.
no,
Depends
I
on
don't
the person.
believe that for a minute.
Depends on the person who's giving you an IOU.
I don't. It,
true.
Like friends in marriage, I don't like it. You owe me, you pay me.
I'm
You
so-
don't pay me, we got a problem.
Very scared of you.
I'm
Meredith
not a
is a
nonprofit.
gangsta.
I am for profit.
I'm not. Give her
We're
the fan.
Addie on the other day on the afternoon show. She was just like, money is circulatory or
Wow.
whatever.
It's
It just
circulatory.
comes back and I just give it out. I love that.
Yeah.
It's very whimsical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't be
Cyclic-
whimsical.
cyclical.
Wells Fargo would not agree with your whimsical statement.
Right. They'll be knocking on
So
your door.
in the Berkshires in Massachusetts, aiming to keep money within the local community, they created something like this. So it's not just in another
Oh.
country. It's happening here locally.
No
in the
way.
yeah, in the U.S. So you could use it for paying taxes, rent, and utilities, which is a real thing. So it's interesting because they're finding ways to have this backed because you can pay actual bills with it.
Wow.
So it's all about local spending and supporting small business. That's what they're trying to do is reinvest in the community itself.
Boy, this is an interesting
It's very
concept.
Good idea.
interesting. It's very interesting. I just would love to know exactly how it's backed because I don't really understand finances and all of this, but I know that there has to be something in the bank to back your money. Otherwise, it's toilet paper.
This is interesting,
It
though.
is.
Wow. It's
For
really going
small-
to boost the local economy.
For small business, I'd say it is.
Huh.
All right.
Interesting. All right. Now a word from our booze at Old Town Trolley.
If you're looking for the best way to see St. Augustine,
And you want history with a side of hilarity,
hop on board Old Town Trolley.
it's our favorite way to explore the nation's oldest city without taking 10,000 steps.
You'll hear ghost stories, local legends, and fun facts you'll definitely repeat later.
Plus, you can hop on and hop off at all the best spots. Food, shopping, history.
Check, check, and check.
So grab your Sunnies and a sense of adventure
And ride with Old Town Trolley today.
All right, next up, they're the greatest Inc. investing in kids grads. Brainy, brokish, and totally crushing it. It's a rare feel-good story where nobody goes to jail and
Oh.
everyone gets a scholarship.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like Michael Scott's Tots.
Yeah.
You remember that on The
No.
Office?
No.
Okay. It's like a Pixar movie, but with FAFSA forms and less crying. Because those
Maybe.
are the worst.
The
If you
devil's
have a kid in
forms.
college, those forms, they want blood and urine samples, part of your kidney.
Right.
The
Your
stool sample I
firstborn
sent
child.
willingly. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, 13 students just graduated from the Take Stock in Children program in St. Johns County. Every one of them heading off to college. That's right, 100% success rate. Real quick, I'm going to sidebar real quick and tell you about the Take Stock in Children program. So these children want to go to college as early as 8th grade. And they get it's awesome. They have a dream. They have a vision. They get a community mentor, much like Meredith right here. You would meet with this student from 8th grade all the way to graduation day, making sure that they fill out and they get to that finish line. This is an incredible program. And to have 100% performance rate or a success rate,
Yes.
that is incredible. These kids are definitely going above and beyond for their education.
Yeah, and they surprised retiring school superintendent Tim Forson with a scholarship named in his honor.
Oh, that's so cool. Tim is amazing.
So, yeah, the local program boasts 96% post-high school continuation rate over the past 20 years. 62% of past grads have earned an associate's, bachelor's, or master's. And this year's grads are heading to colleges including UF, FSU, FAMU, UNF, Daytona State, FSCJ, and First Coast Technical College, which big shout out to First Coast Technical College, because I am a huge proponent as a teacher in a public school for 13 years. I think a lot of times it is not sold as it should be. These tech schools are amazing.
Yes.
They certify these young adults in programs that we absolutely need or in dire straits in our communities. Huge proponent of technical school. Not everybody is cut out for college. Clearly, these kids are going to some really great schools. But I'm saying don't overlook a technical college. We need all of these people to run our communities. So it's big and it's important.
Super cool program, and shout out to everybody over at Inc. Investing in Kids. This is an incredible opportunity for some students.
Yeah,
I love seeing that success.
I think that this is definitely an amazing opportunity for these kids.
Yes.
And do you know that Forson retired after 45 years in education?
Next month.
I
That's
got to tell
crazy.
you, he is one of the most incredible superintendents in the history of this school district.
Yeah.
The things that he had to deal with. I mean, even before COVID, we had to deal with guns in, classrooms and school violence, and then he had to move through the waters of every single turbulent time, and did it with grit and did it with grace. That man is absolutely. He gets a scholarship. Name a bench after him. Like, he's incredible. Love
A
him.
bench.
I know, Mr. Forson. I'm here for you, buddy. We'll get you a nice tree.
I'm sure he's
A
watching.
bench.
He's not
He is
busy or
amazing,
anything with all the
man.
graduations today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well-
And today is the day they're deciding on the new superintendent. I believe they have 4 finalists over at 40 Orange today. So prayers up for everybody that made it to the finals, and we're going to find a new
So,
leader for this incredible
If
school
you
district.
don't get picked, do they give like a consolation prize?
No.
You know, like the winner gets to be superintendent, and like you get to.
A lifetime supply of Pepsi Crystal. No,
Like,
Ew.
Ew! No, we're not.
What a
we're not
terrible
doing
prize.
that.
Yeah, right.
But like, what do they get a prize? I
No.
think they should. Like, they should get a gift certificate at least to a restaurant
Okay.
or
For
like.
being the loser?
second place.
So you want consolation prizes is what you
That's
All
want.
I'm
you
saying
say.
is, if I put that much time in to get interviewed for the superintendent position, because these went on for round after round
Yes,
after
they
Well,
round.
they
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
need to be
I understand
vetted.
they should,
yeah.
but if I took that much time, I would like at least a gift card. Like, give me a book at pizza. Give me something.
Oh my God.
I
Well, I
love
don't
it.
think that's how it works.
It should
but
work like that. Like,
I
I
think it
appreciate
should.
your energy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, maybe something at Moo Moo Vintage. I don't know.
Look, go to About Face, get
And get the
15% off
sunscreen.
because you've cried your eyes out. You didn't get the job.
Yeah, so now-
We've got a tinted moisturizer for you.
That's
Love
what it is.
Unhinged.
Yes.
Unhinged. So hold on to your life vests, folks. Our next story is straight out of an action movie, minus the script and with a lot more water.
So, a 26-foot boat in Sarasota, Florida went rogue at nearly 40 miles per hour after the boater was ejected.
Oh.
Could you imagine 40 miles per hour on the water and you just floop right out the boat?
Yeah, I believe the police had to jump right in, right?
So the boater, the incident occurred north of the Ringling Museum. I know right where that is. The boater was returning from a show at Marina Jax when a large vessel cut him off, causing a wake, like the
water.
the water and the wake. It was a wake, and he was strewn overboard.
Ooh, he wasn't wearing a life jacket or using the boat's emergency engine cutoff switch.
Which means you get a ticket too.
The unmanned boat posed a significant hazard, circling dangerously close to its former operator. The Sarasota police, with assistance from, the
Sea-Tow.
expensive, the world-famous Sea-Tow,
Yeah.
attempted multiple methods to stop the boat, including tow lines, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Officer Ron Dixon maneuvered close enough for Lieutenant Bruce King to leap aboard and stop the boat.
Dude, Bruce Lee?
Bruce King.
Oh. Congratulations, Bruce.
The boater suffered minor injuries, including 2 broken fingers and a ticket. He needs a ticket.
He's going to need those fingers to pay.
Yeah. So federal law requires operators of recreational boats under 26 feet to use the engine cutoff switch, which he did not. And I think you have to have your life vest on too.
Yeah. Hello.
By law.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. So shame on you, but happy you're okay. But shame on you.
Yeah, come on, pull it together. But I mean, the other large boat that threw him off, you got to be ready for those situations, right?
Yeah. I mean, if
you
you're
got to
not,
know how to move with the motion in the ocean.
and if you're not awake, it could still happen anyway.
God's sakes. Well, I'll tell you who's awake. They've got great expectations for you right here, right now.
It's so important when you're going through a transition like that to communicate what is most important when you're looking for your new space. So for some people, it's the features of the home, but for a lot of people, it's so much more than that. It's the features of the neighbors or the community, or whether it's an HOA or a non-HOA. There's a lot of, moving parts to that type.
All right. Big shout out to Miss Johnson out there, who's a teacher over at RB Hunt. Our prayers are with you. I know that you are on a speedy recovery from an accident. You're heading to a Little League game. I know that you're in comments, Boo. And yeah, we're thinking about sunny days for you.
That's right.
And speaking of the word sunny, you got to text the word sunny to 904-227-4422 so you can get entered in this great, the Spice and Tea Exchange. Thank you.
What is this?
What is this over here? Yeah, you can win this incredible prize box given to us by the Queen Spicy, Colleen Messner, over at Spice and Tea Exchange, 904-227-4422.
Make sure to stay connected on Instagram at sunnysaint.johns, Facebook Sunny St. John's one word, and TikTok at sunny.saint.johns.
And none of this could be possible without these great local sponsors. We've got to give them a big shout out. Toss up some emojis while Meredith is telling us who leads the pack.
We've got STA Lab, Bailey Group, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39, About Face, Panache, and Zone Cheer All-Stars.
Yeah, Zone Cheer.
Yes.
And Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Flashes and Brilliance, Spice and Tea Exchange, Epic Behavioral Healthcare, Emma Concert Association.
So don't forget, it's always sunny
In St. John's,
and
baby.
wherever you are. So tune in later for the afternoon show, and we will see you all tomorrow, 8 a.m., bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
See you tomorrow, Sunnies.